Jeffrey, nice to be with you.
Always nice to be with you, Mark.
Wanted to talk about A-Rod. We're on one hand, maybe this isn't your typical entrepreneurial legal problem, but it's of great interest to me, and because it involves it's just another context in which business disputes can arise.
And there's big organizational implications if A-Rod wins.
Huge. Just by way of brief background, Commissioner Selig suspended A-Rod for 211 games in the summer of 2013. Under the agreement between the Players Association and Major League Baseball, there was a right to have a grievance and an arbitration. And A-Rod exercised that right, and the arbitrators entered into a decision on January 11, which reduced his suspension to the entire 2014 season and all of the 2014 playoffs. The Commissioner Selig's suspension was all of the remaining 2013 season and the entire regular season in 2014. This is the most severe sanction for someone who had not previously found to have violated the law, the rules on drug testing in the history of baseball since they announced this thing. Baseball has this progressive discipline approach where the first time you fail a drug test, you're gone for 50 games, and the next time I think it's 100 games. And if you're a three-time loser, you're out for life.
Yeah, baseball has a three-strike rule.
Three-strike rule. So after Commissioner Selig's decision and before the arbitration decision, A-Rod brought a lawsuit against Major League Baseball, which we talked about in an earlier show. And it basically related to Major League Baseball's strategy to obtain evidence against him. What they did was they filed a lawsuit down in Florida against the company that supposedly was supplying drugs. And they sued that company for claims like tortious interference, and then they used that lawsuit as a vehicle to subpoena records. And through that process, they obtained the evidence that was used to implicate A-Rod. So A-Rod claimed that that was an illegal use of the courts for an ulterior motive, brought suit. It ended up in federal court. It remains pending.